together, so it's not exactly a trio, but we'll start with the Gnomon Guard squad first, and then we will transition into Osha and Ilaria later. So we're gonna return to you guys, our brave trio, intercepting an orcish incursion on the mountain settlement of Gnomengard. And with the help of Pip and your two gnome guides, you had just put into motion after creeping up to the sounds of a booming waterfall, falling down into this like magical looking pool filled with odd colored mushrooms and various other like lush types of vegetation that just does not match the surrounding environment at all. And that continues as a stream that kind of weaves its way down into the valley. And after creeping up and seeing an orc, looks like a small temporary encampment a little ways off to the front of the settlement, you decided to creep around and try and free the what seems like 3 female gnomes that were tied up and captured by these orcs. And to do that, you were going to send Pip out to create a distraction and try and lure them away so that you could creep around and save them. So you're in the process of charging forward kind of towards this, looks like a fallen log, to dart around and hopefully not catch the attention of these orcs. And as you dart forward across the patchy yellowed grass of this low valley ridge that meets up with the lush green of the surrounding pool here, you can still just now hear the fading echoes of Pip's booming insults that's still bouncing off the cliff walls kind of cutting through the sound of the waterfall. And the 4 orcs, including the orcish female, who is accompanied by a large bear covered in tribal war paints. They've just jumped down off this short escarpment, and you can just barely hear the female's voice actually hiss to the other 3 orcs, "Ugla Dorasina," kind of in orcish under her breath, as you guys creep closer, and they all nod to her brusquely and just charge toward Pip, who immediately turns kind of with like a "oh shit" look and darts towards the tree line, the sparse tree line beyond, to try and get away as they dart forward. And I'm gonna have the 3 of you, Howdor, Seagrain, and
Am I supposed to be seeing this?
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
not
you
on the
are.
map.
Very sorry.
Here we go. Alright.
So I'm gonna have the 3 of you as
Where
they.
the fuck am I?
How should I get
Sorry.
over here?
This is where you guys were.
Oh.
I feel like this is a much map. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Weren't you guys on this map already?
Yes, yes.
It was not this detailed last time.
Well,
It was darkened.
Oh, that's weird. Huh. All right.
We asked
So
for
we're gonna start with you guys. We start you guys off with a stealth check as you creep your way around the charging orcs.
Rip.
That's an average
when
of 10.
Howdor is stealthier than both of us.
Suck it.
Why are you not letting me do the thing?
What thing?
The map's just stuck. I'm waiting for it to get unstuck.
I think it's probably just loading. We should ask them for directions.
For directions? That you want to pull the Lost Traveler card?
Yep.
Why don't you ask the bear where we are right now?
Ask the bear.
I'm gonna make the bear my friend. I'm gonna do it.
For the love of God, I hope
Gotta
you
do it.
It has war
Alright.
paint on.
It's gonna be a friendly war painted bear.
Okay.
If you fail, we will die.
So you guys, as you're creeping forward quickly but trying to be quiet, and hilariously, Howdor is trying to emulate your movements, trying to be quiet as well, and kind of succeeding. funnily enough, and you watch Pip kind of dart into the tree line, disappearing as these loud splashing footsteps of these orcs crossing the stream and charging after him kind of fill the air. You will see this angry bear and the accompanying orc female start to charge forward as well. But unfortunately, just as the other three orcs, who seem to pay no attention, disappear into the tree line, you see and this big head kind of lift up in the air, and these eyes turn to you to see, notice you crossing this log just as you're kind of hopping up onto it, and the female turns and hisses at you as well, noticing your presence. So you have fortunately been discovered. Although the other three seem to have been lured away successfully. But you don't know where Pip went.
Oh shit. Wow. Okay.
You talk to the bear, have it eat her, and then we'll be okay.
Yeah, where is it?
I'll be a lost traveler.
Alright.
I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative.
Or
Oh
not.
my god.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Nice knowing you. Try to run away.
We're gonna enjoy tea at the inn while you guys die.
You guys better work hard to get us back to life.
I don't think initiative is a thing, because I still can't. There we go. Never mind. Now it's a thing.
Not working. There we go.
If it doesn't work, it's because I haven't.
Wow.
I just need.
That's,
I'm
yeah.
I'm real helpful.
I'm gonna get that bear.
Well, you go first, I think.
Alright, how do we do? How do we do?
We didn't.
Halda and then the bear. It's like it knows.
It knows.
It's like it knows.
Alright.
It knows its
Alright.
ways.
Let's go.
Alright, I move to walk onto the log.
Get out of here.
And I'm gonna do some. Hashabahabaha. Hashabahabaha. And I'm gonna jump down that bear. And I am going to cast animal friendship on the bear.
Alright.
Okay. There it is.
God. Oh God.
So that is contested by a save DC, correct?
Yes.
Right. Alright. It can definitely, it is definitely within your range. So you reach out your druidic magic from deep within, kind of reaching out for which you can barely feel, just this fuzzy presence on the outside of your consciousness that you recognize as a creature's essence. And you try to tap into it as best you can. And although for a few moments you actually do feel, and less than hear, you more feel the kind of the give and take of the bear's emotions as it kind of, you reach towards it, it reaches out to you, and as it is about to kind of collide with yours, it pulls away from you, and you just hear and just this loud, angry roar as it seems to kind of fall out of its confusion and not be swayed by your magic.
Shit.
But you've almost felt it. You almost felt it responding to you for just a second. Did you want to move any farther?
I'm gonna just, where the fuck is, okay, that's where shit is. Okay. I am probably going to hop back up on this here rock
Alright.
and claim the high ground.
Yes.
And get out.
Lord.
I'll probably do it. I'm not thinking very much tonight, so yeah.
It's okay.
Low capacity.
Never thinking. Alright, so you kind of scamper your way across this large log, hop down, try and reach out for just a moment towards this bear, and upon failing, you just kind of hop back again and take a defensive session. I accept my failure. And that brings us to the bear, who, kind of in an angry, counterattack of sorts, is going to just bound his way with these heavy footsteps across this short, craggy clearing and a rocky clearing, and try to lash out at you, Calda, recognizing your essence is the one that had toyed with its mind, and it's going to attack you twice. Once it's going to kind of with its big teeth, it's going to try and bite you, and the second one, it's going to rear back and do a claw as it reaches your location.
No. Thanks.
Unfortunately for you, you do have the high ground, Anakin. So you
I was waiting for it.
I know. I had to. You hop back up onto the log that's just like a foot above you behind this rock, and manage to avoid both its attacks, but just narrowly, like you can feel its teeth almost grazing the bottom of your boot as the first attack almost lands, and then the claws just miss you by a probably quite a bit as you're backing up. And it's just kind of at the base of this log now, just angrily. And that'll bring us to, as you can see now, across this clearing at the base of the cliff and in this little camp, you see there's two orcs actually that are still present. They both seem to be badly injured, however. One of them seems like he's badly, like the entire left side of his body seems awfully charred, like he had been hit by some kind of fire blast, and the other one is just covered in blood, and seeming like he can barely even get up. But he sees what's going on, and you can see the one orc who's been charred just bares his teeth and his tusks, and just, with an angry, painful sound, manages to hoist himself up out of his bed. It looks like his odd medical area of sorts, and walk towards you, although slow, as if he's willing to join the combat. And he's gonna stop there just after hopping down off this escarpment and kind of stumbling a bit in the pain. And that'll bring us to Howdor.
How deep is this water?
It is not deep. Oh, probably 2 feet deep.
How much would this affect? Never mind. I'm gonna go
You are 7 feet higher.
there.
Good job, Ryan.
And do,
Knowledge degree something.
I don't think I can rage anymore.
What do you mean?
I only have 3, and I think, yeah, I cannot rage anymore.
Oh, you're out of rages.
Yep.
These guys have fuck
Wait.
good.
Could you say he is outraged?
I don't think. I think that might be a different concept.
So Howdor throws down his sack that he always has strapped to his back to give him
His wrinkly sack.
mobility
Detachable sack.
wrinkled sack, which is currently quite full of loot, so not very wrinkly, but you know. He charges across this stream with a splash, 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 with his big heavy footsteps, and a sound as he witnesses this massive bear, about the same size as him, to be honest, charge at his friends and try to snap at them. So he's pissed, although he seems a bit too tired to be actually in rage. He is just outraged.
Wait a second.
Wait a second. And he takes a swing at this bear, managing to hit him. Where are you swinging for? Anywhere in particular, or just wildly?
His front right leg.
His front right leg, managing to carve a pretty deep gouge in the upper right leg of this bear, causing it to kind of stumble back a little bit in pain, and you can see just dark, matted blood on its fur where this wound is. It seems to have dealt decent amount of damage.
The prophecy has come true.
Has it?
It has. I saw a bear on TV yesterday that had a big wound in the same spot on the same leg.
Oh my god. Look at you, fulfilling prophecies.
Prophecy has come true.
Did it?
We
So
did
you
it.
name it, or are we killing it?
I mean, we can still. I'm planning on still trying to tame it, but you can also damage it.
That'll end your turn, right? Hodor?
Ye-
Alright, brings us to this orcish female who is just going to, again, seeing her, what you assume her war bear damage, she's going to and like let out this loud screeching howl, almost like a yipping sound. It's very odd, and just charge across this field with what you can now see are long, like at least 4 to 5 inch just clawed talons on the end of her fingers. Just both of them kind of. What?
Sorry,
Yes, she's Wolverine.
Wolverine.
No, they're,
making a Wolverine comment.
it's not made of whatever metal that is. I don't remember the name of it.
Adamantium.
Adamantium. Oh, it is adamantium? That's boring.
Unobtainium.
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 And she's going to charge across. Sorry, not that way. At Howdor, who had just damaged her bear, and just take 2 lashes, like in quick succession, out at your side as you're faced slightly away from her. And the first one, as she's charging, she does not quite manage it to hit you, but the second one, as she's coming back around, is gonna drag this awful long, you can see 3 long just gashes, red paint streaks, just dragged across your side as she deals, 14 damage to you with her claws in that one attack. She kind of comes away with just blood caked under her long talon and just hisses again at you. That'll end her turn, bringing us to Seagrain, who's a little bit in the rear.
We're gonna zoom across the field onto this rock between them and try and hit the bear in the face.
All
And
right.
blind him.
Why focus the bear? Focus the maiden.
She says, wanting to keep it as a pet.
I mean, I made no attempt to disguise that.
Where is it?
Oh no.
Ah,
Oh no.
You're
going to-
magical, Ryan. How do you do this?
As you can hear this sploosh, sploosh, sploosh as you just watch this dwarf with his shield raised in one arm and his hammer in the other hand, just kind of high stepping it over the water as it's a little bit deeper for him, being a dwarf. Charging at this bear to try and position himself between Haldor and Kalda, but unfortunately he loses his footing halfway, like in the deepest part of the stream, right as the deeper pool is transitioning into the flow of the stream, and he stumbles forward, kind of swinging your hammer wildly in the air, just almost knocking Kalda's feet out from under her up on the log. But Kalda manages to, well, let's see, do a dexterity check for me. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah. How high up am I? Am I above him?
You are above him by a little ways, but it kind of just almost catches you by your feet, so it would knock you.
Okay. Was it a check or a saving throw?
Saving throw. And you just barely managed to jump over the top of his swinging hammer.
Watch it!
As he swings and stumbles and just kind of falls short of this bear, and you look up, Seagrain, and you can just see this bear's giant muzzle in your face. You've fallen down and stumbled right in front of it.
Boy.
Unfortunately, not hitting your attack. It'll bring us right back to Kalda.
Try number 2!
Man.
Okay, Ashton, how would I do this? So if I were making an animal handling roll, would that just be like persuading the bear, or how would that work? Out of curiosity.
I'm not sure actually how that would work. I don't know if you can like. I guess it would basically be brainwashing the bear. You can maybe try and calm it down and somehow convince it that you're not a threat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So just do a straight animal handling check then.
Just straight animal handling check. Okay.
Unless you have some kind of ability that might aid in that.
I mean, I have animal friendship, which I could try and cast again, but
It's true. That is a spell slot, right?
exactly. All right. Animal handling. Here we go. Nope. It's worth a shot.
You are really, really, really trying to avoid doing any damage to this bear.
She's like, hey bear, you want to be friends?
Yeah, you just like reach out your hands trying to calm it after just landing from dodging Seagrain's missed blow. You're just trying to calm it down when it just
Why don't you go home, bear?
unfortunately does not seem to react in any favorable way to your croonings. But you tried. Do you want to move at all, or do any kind of bonus action? I don't think you have a bonus action. I mean,
Yep.
you can wild shape.
You have a healing
Yep.
bonus?
I mean, I do have a healing bonus action. I don't think anyone here needs it quite. Well, I suppose Howard got 14 fucking points of damage. That's right.
Ardor needs it. Very bard.
Howard, do you need it?
Hunter doesn't know.
Howard, no.
He's got blood on him right now, so I would
Oh, that's right. I didn't see that. Okay, yeah, fuck it. Yeah. Then I'm gonna back up down the log a little bit further.
oh,
Into the water.
Yeah.
I can't use it if you're over there.
It's hard. You're fine. Use it more for how it's fine. And I'm gonna cast whoa. Everything got all messed up. Okay. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Howdor.
Alright.
Let's say heal, bitch.
That sounds about right.
Inspiring.
I feel inspired already.
I don't know how to math.
Maybe the DM should do it.
I fixed it.
Did you fix it? Did you do
I
math?
fixed it. I did the math.
Alright. That ends your turn.
It do.
It do.
With those inspiring
Oh,
words.
It do. Also, forgive me if I suddenly disappear at the last episode, refusing to charge again.
Oh no.
I'm doing my best to fix the situation. Just keep going.
Is it
Okay,
the
okay.
jack or the charger itself?
I-
It's most likely the jack.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, it is. Occasionally I can get it to work, but it has chosen to stop again. So
Wait.
let's see.
What's going on?
Ryan, you don't read texts in the chat, do you?
No?
No?
that's the answer. You're good. Just keep going. I'll work on this.
Okay, that brings us back to the bear's turn, who, having its quarry kind of shuffle out of its reach up there on the log, it's gonna turn to the fresh meat that has fallen down.
Literally laying down.
It just plopped in front of it like a treat, and also lash out with 2 attacks. This time, just both trying to go for a bite to land anywhere on your little dwarf body.
I'm
Well, I
on
guess-
a rook.
Nah, you're not quite on the rock. Okay.
That's a lot more than twice.
It double rolls.
It is in fact one more than twice.
In fact, exact math is hard.
Right.
All right, and with that, the bear does manage to, with one bite on your your upper shoulder, it's gonna pierce down onto your armor, and not being able to get much traction, it's gonna shake its head a little bit, kind of jarring you around, release you, and then go for another bite. This time on your neck, which it's going to barely miss and kind of get a hold of your under. Barely missed.
No.
Get a hold of the under. Or the visible part of your under armor, like your under leathers, whatever it is. Yes, yeah. But its teeth are still gonna graze like your collarbone, getting a nice long gash. And with both of those, with both of those hits, you're gonna take 7 damage.
7?
Yep, 7.
Total?
Yep, total. It grazed you.
Okay.
Right. And with that, this one other injured orc is going to continue to try and hobble his way across the field as best he can, getting as close as he can. He comes right up to join the orcish female, as she is just about to it looks like she's kind of crouched down into this weird, like, feral stance. She's about to try and make her way around. And that'll bring us to Howdor.
I don't know what I'm deliberating over. I just swing.
Hit all of them at once, please.
He's going to kind of spin around and aim his axe at the orc lady's shoulder.
Okay.
Clockwise motion if you're looking top down on the map.
He's becoming a Bakugan.
Love me, yeah.
Oh no. You do a wide clockwise arc with your axe, just kind of almost spinning to win a little bit as you turn like a full 90 degrees to try and hit this lady who looks like she's about to flank you. And you don't quite, being as tired as you are, you don't quite anticipate the amount of momentum that you gather, and your axe swing kind of just goes right over this lady's head and continues on another 90 degrees, causing you to kind of become disoriented and stumble down a bit, actually falling down onto your knees and becoming prone. Poor tired Howdor.
Tired Haldor. Can't even be angry anymore.
And with that, the female is just gonna like this weird half hissing laugh and just continue her advance around you, Howdor, as you just fall down and stumble. And you will be able to try and get another, with disadvantage, another swing at her from your stumbled state.
Wow,
She would
that
actually,
would've been so nice.
you don't manage to get, but it seems as though this female has locked eyes on Calda. Seems she took special notice of the healing magic that she used the turn prior, and does not want anything to do with that. She darts around this giant man through the stream and looks as though she's about to not quite attack you, but she's reaching out to snatch your leg and drag you down off of this log, Calda. So I'm gonna need you to do a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Will as soon as the computer's. I'm gonna just like right after it, like right at the end.
Martin?
And then my computer died. I'm listening on my phone. Hang on.
What computer are
She
you
said
using?
something about her phone.
Okay, so her computer died. She's listening on her phone. So I think you may need to roll for her.
How did you break the DC, Jack?
I can't hear you on your phone.
I can barely hear her.
Okay, yeah, I can barely hear you.
Better?
No.
Oh,
Hang on. It's almost.
This is tragic.
I'm so sad.
I'm
Can you just like leave and rejoin on your phone?
I need you to get me a soldering kit for my birthday.
What?
I need a soldering kit
Oh, you wanted your desk.
and that.
You only get one thing.
It'll probably
You only get one thing, Ren.
I'm gonna need to replace Martin's DC jack.
Yeah, 'cause that charger's brand new.
the charger also got
You got what?
She's so quiet.
the computer has started.
Is it input volume?
I can't hear anything you're saying.
Don't worry, it's not working on our phone.
Oh shit!
She's probably got a dollar store phone.
Ryan.
She said, "Fuck you."
I heard the fuck you.
I heard that one.
Hey Ryan, fuck you.
I'd rather not.
Ew.
Have you not masturbated before?
Grab ass.
God damn it. Discord, fuck you.
Well, I guess that's the end of the adventure.
Send it out loud.
Yeah. I was just gonna start using it too.
It's okay. I mean, you can't help technology, but we should make sure everything is working before we go next Saturday again. You know, like check it on a Friday or something, make sure everything's working.
Once into the
Mm-hmm.
circle.
Yeah, that doesn't even work very well.
I know.
I don't know if it would handle this. This is weirdly
Try it.
demanding.
I don't see why not. It has a reasonable generation integrated graphic. It's not great.
Yeah, I don't know. It also has problems with charging and shit though, right? A little bit.
No, you just never keep it full.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I just hear feedback.
All I hear
Hello?
Oh, there she is.
Yay!
Right.
Lauren, we're gonna send you a laptop.
No! What are you doing?
We have an extra one.
Now I'm gonna have 3
We're just
dead laptops?
I mean,
Oh, just 2 and 1 that works.
I did have a lot of.
You do have a lot of
I do have a
extra
lot of excessive electronics.
excessive electronics.
Okay. What did
His
you need me to
hand-me-down
roll? Was it a
laptop
dexterity saving throw?
Yes. Are you good?
Okay. Yeah.
You back on it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Literally, the whole time I was trying to talk to you on my phone, I had the computer restarted. Everything was just taking a butt-ass time to load.
Oh my god. A butt ass time.
Yes!
Holy shit.
Oh wow.
Get saved.
Can't touch me, bitch!
Yeah, no, she
In the face.
tries to
Yoink foot right in the face, just kidding.
Yes, yes.
If you had rolled, I would let you. What is your dexterity? It's 3. Wow. +3. But
I
you
was gonna say it's higher than 3, I hope.
but again, it's just this little halfling up on this lag. Hop, hop, hop,
Just
hopping
like doing a jig.
just
We're
doing
good.
a thing up there as you just hop right over her trying to yoink you, and she kind of just pulls,
Yoink.
just hisses at you again angrily, not managing to succeed, and using her action on that. So that ends her turn, and brings us to Seagrain.
Wait a minute. Does she ever back to me?
She does.
I want to walk up behind her and bonk her on the head.
Like whack-a-mole?
But bear.
Wow.
But there.
But like hard.
Let me look real quick.
Do I get advantage?
I just gotta go over the rule real quick with my bonus rule. Yeah, so you can basically do this as a sneak attack, although the bear is going to give opportunity attack you, just FYI.
Okay.
All you need to do a sneak attack is roll a stealth check to try and sneak up to her without her noticing.
Oh.
And then
that's fun.
if you succeed in surprising her, you get advantage on your roll.
I don't like this game.
So stealth.
It is contested by her perception, so let's see how perceptive she is. Fortunately, she sees you coming from a mile away.
She's a bear, you know.
The
She's
rule
not.
with stealth attack is you're trying to creep up on somebody, so the extra time it takes for you to stealth gives them enough time to prepare for your attack, which would give you disadvantage if you fail.
Sorry, what?
So you get advantage on the roll if you succeed in sneaking, you get disadvantage if you fail at sneaking. Just
I didn't.
I mean, the rule has been up there in the house rules for the last few weeks, so
I think we've already established that he doesn't read, though.
I know. Just because you didn't know, I will be nice and let you just roll normally, but in the future, if you try and do a stealth attack or flanking attack, just know that.
It's not useful at all.
If you have a decent stealth, then yes, it is.
And I hit her in the eyeballs.
All right. You do a. You're gonna hit her in the eyeballs.
Right in the eye. I want to blind her.
Oof. Okay. What is her? Is it you?
Wait a minute.
What
Let
is
me, do I have this?
You don't. I'm not gonna make it where you get disadvantage. You just the DC of the.
Wait, 1 second. I want to add something to this. Here it is. I do it twice, right?
Yes, twice because you are 2d8 for. Are you using a first level spell slot or a second level?
Just a first.
Okay, so you get to go 2. All right, so you attempt to go for her eyes, but unfortunately, she manages to duck out of the way in time. Although you miss her eyes, you do manage to hit her and just clock her right across her like upper shoulder area, and it sends her just kind of lurching back, pivoting in spot as she takes the full impact. And halfway through your swing, you just see your hammer burst into this glowing light and just ping, kind of make this magical bursting sound as it strikes her. She's not very heavily armed. She's kind of just wearing this thick hide armor to give her mobility. So you just go right through that and deal the full, what is that? 12 damage to her, just causing her to go lurching, almost spinning in place from the impact. And she just kind of hisses / groans in pain as she clutches her shoulder, staring up at you with these angry eyes. Seeming very badly wounded. And that'll bring us back to the top of the round with Kelda.
She's weak. Burn her.
Oh, that's exactly what I don't plan to burn her. I plan to do something better. I am going to wild shape into a dire wolf.
Can you wild shape into a bear?
I can. However, the dire wolf, for whatever fucking reason, has more health.
That seems incorrect.
Doesn't it, though? Anyway.
Just a really big wolf.
It is a dire wolf. It is a really big wolf.
Dire wolves technically are the same size as a
Can you
bear.
get advantage on animal handling if you're also a bear?
I don't know.
What'd you say?
Can she get advantage on animal handling on the bear if she's also a bear?
Because you don't have the same capabilities, I would say no.
Yeah, I can't use my magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy fuck, that's a big wolf!
okay, maybe that's not incorrect.
Yeah!
90 words.
And because I have pack tactics, I have pack tactics, which means I get advantage on an attack roll against the creature if at least one of the allies is within 5 feet of the creature.
That's pretty
And I'm gonna jump on that bitch who tried to grab my ankles and shove her under the water and bite her.
Are you gonna drown her?
And bite her.
All right, we're doing it. So Seagrain in front of you, and with the shocking look of the first time you see fear in any of the orcs' eyes, particularly this the female, she's clutching her shoulder and looking up at you. Just this the sound of teeth crunching through wood and just cracking of twigs as you this giant bear-sized wolf all of a sudden appears above, just growling down at this.
Like a slightly obese chihuahua. That's what that sounds like. It's good.
Give me a better wolf growl. I want to hear a wolf growl. Do it.
Are you requesting someone specifically or what?
Testing you as the giant dire wolf.
Me?
Yes, do
You're
it.
the
I
one that
was
made fun
just
of her.
mocking. I wasn't offering one.
And no mocking bitch.
Yeah, don't mock the DM, fool.
I could do one, but it wouldn't be any better than what she just did.
We'd be chihuahua buddies.
No.
Kill her. Kill her dead.
Wow.
I want to push her under the water and bite her. Jump on her and just throw her down.
Do your rolls.
Rip her throat.
So would I roll that as... do you want me to roll that as like a grapple or just roll the bite?
We'll do it like you did with the raptor. What is it again?
Deinonychus?
Deinonychus, right? Yeah. With the
Do you
Deinonychus.
remember that? Anyways.
With you rolled stealth first to pin them down, and then you rolled, or did you roll attack and then stealth? I don't remember. I feel like it would make more
You mean strength?
Sorry, did I say stealth? What the fuck?
Twice.
Yes, strength. They both start with ST. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense to do the attack first to see if you land, and then strength to
So
see.
do the bite attack first?
Yeah, so do bite, roll your attack first, and then we'll do strength if it lands.
Okie dokie. And I have advantage on attack rolls, so that's shift, correct?
Yes, yep.
Kelly?
Or is it Tegan?
No, it was me.
I thought it was Tegan for a second. Then I recognized
No,
her.
it was
You
me.
guys have similar snorts.
Yeah, snorting.
All right, and just with that angry, loud wolf snarl.
I want to jump down and sink my teeth into her shoulder, and then if the grapple works, sink her into the water that way in one motion.
Yes. Okay, so that landed. So do a strength check as well before we even get to that. All right. So with the more crunching and tearing of bark as your back legs kick off of this log, kind of making it shiver and shake a little bit with just the weight of your massive wolf body, you pounce off of this log and just jump onto her, managing to sink your teeth in the her other shoulder. Are you doing the shoulder that he hits already, or her other one?
Oh, the one he hit already.
The one he hit. Okay, so the same shoulder she's clutching, actually biting down like through her palm into her shoulder, pinning her arm to her upper body. But she, in this amazing move, as if she is used to grappling large creatures, manages to kind of do this odd little side pivot, pushing backwards a little bit and kind of doing this odd little hop where she catches you while your teeth sink into her shoulder. She catches you with her other hand and just pushes back, managing to get pushed. Her feet get pushed through the water backwards and just a splashing sounds galore. But she manages to hold her footing and not get knocked down. Although you do deal the full 9 damage as she's now been impaled into her upper shoulder, the same shoulder that's already been damaged. And although she is standing, she seems as though she is just in a ludicrous amount of pain. Like, and she seems to be muttering some odd orcish words under her breath, almost as if she's saying a prayer.
To the bear gods.
To the bear gods.
Barely.
That will bring us to the bear, who is going to
It's gonna be bear
in
wolf.
the turn of events, you see the bear's eyes his tiny little bear eyes. I don't know if you've ever seen bear's eyes, but they're pretty
They're
small.
beady little eyes.
Little eyes, they somehow grow wide as he seems to like this angry rage pin his eyes onto you, Calda, after as if he's reacting specifically to the muttered words of this female. He's going to charge straight across this stream into you as you're kind of on top of her now as you've Well, actually, you pushed her back a little bit with that maneuver, so you guys are now there. He's gonna charge, just not giving any mind to Howdor or Seagrain to try and bite into your upper leg and just push you away from her. So Seagrain, I need you to do a dexterity saving throw.
Don't get run over by bear.
Do I get an opportunity attack on this bear?
You can, you'll opportunity attack since you are not quite in the way.
Oh.
Meanwhile, this injured guy is still like trying to limp towards the scene.
He's almost there.
I'm almost.
So being completely surprised by this, Howdor, as you're still in the process of getting up, you would get disadvantage on that attack, but that's okay. You would
Already. I'm disadvantaged enough.
You disadvantaged. You try to lash out with your great sword, but you're not able to even hit it at all, as it just kind of bounds over your attack. And Seagrain, as you're in the process of putting your shield up to try and shield Calda from this lunging bear charge, you manage to actually save yourself as it hits your shield and just knocks you back. Fortunately, not crushing you. Because you're spending all of your energy just to dodge this, to push off of this charge, unfortunately, no. But you do manage to not get crushed by it. You're just going to be off a little bit, kind of knocked a little way off the side of this log. It's a small
Big branch, a whole tree.
Like that scene from Godzilla where he's fighting the
Alright, how much damage am I taking?
And you actually, out of the corner of your eye, your wolf eyes, you see, more you hear the rage of the bear as it starts charging, and with your keen reflexes, you do manage to kind of pivot your backside out of the way to not get hit by its initial charging bite attack, but it lashes out at you again and kind of drags its claws across your butt. Just not too deep. You can feel kind of the fur on your backside get dragged. Yeah, the fur protection. There's like a shallow cut, but you do not. She does not get protection. You protected yourself basically.
Okay.
As you're getting pushed back. So you do take 4 damage from his strike, but that's it.
That's terrible.
Did she crit or something?
Who?
The angry lady. She did 14.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
the bear's wimpy compared to her.
But you can, well, bears aren't necessarily super duper strong. Regular
No,
bears.
they're actually stupidly weak in D&D. I feel like that's just wildly incorrect.
Yeah, I almost would have liked to buff them a bit, but whatever.
It's fine. For now.
It's fine, I like to live.
Bear. Alright, then that'll end his turn as you guys are kind of locked in this massive animal battle. With the
Final countdown.
We for sure killing the bear now?
I mean, I would kill the other 2 first and leave the bear for last, because we don't know what might happen if the War Maiden dies.
That's true. And with that, actually, over her shoulder, as she's kind of muttering these words, you're going to see her eyes glance to the side, back at this wounded orc who is still trying to limp forward as this is all happening. And she's going to just hiss one single orcish word that none of you understand, but she'll hiss at him, and he will kind of, with a orc grunt, turn in place and start hobbling back this way towards these gnomes.
Protect the gnomes!
And I get like right up to the edge of the escarpment here, and you can just hear these little gnomes kind of with their mouths, with their hands bound and their mouths covered, starting to squeal a little bit in panic. And that'll bring us to Howdor.
Howdor, kill them!
I was gonna charge at the wounded, pathetic guy.
Smash his skull into the rock and end his suffering.
Wow.
I'm gonna kind of baseball swing from right to left.
Batter up.
You won't be able to charge because it'll take all of your movement to get up. Or half your movement to get up, remember?
Hey, I can make it all the way. Even though I've opportunity attacked twice. Alright, and go.
You can get about halfway there. As he is hobbling over, you see Howder also get up himself and start charging his way over to try and get this this orc. But unfortunately, that's all you can do. Do you want to use like a reaction or? I mean, you can actually dash. You can get up to him, but you can't do anything.
I dash and look angrily at him.
Yes.
The stare of disapproval.
You dash up to him as he's hobbling over and just manage to get up to him as the orc female is going to reach out, grab her, dig her long clawed fingers into the back fur of this bear and try to actually pull herself out of your grasp and onto the bear's back.
Oh, I'm biting down. This bitch is gonna leave this arm with me if she succeeds.
We're gonna do let's do it as a grapple to try and hold her there. Because technically during grapples they can pull away from you if they do a success.
But they have to succeed the strength test. So you want me to roll strength, straight strength?
Just strength. But unfortunately for her,
I rolled as the wrong one, didn't I? Oh, never mind. I didn't.
That's
Never, we're good.
Yeah, that's good. Unfortunately for her, she's just too weak at this point, and it's just blood dripping down and kind of raining down and flowing down into the stream below. You actually bite down so hard that you hear a crunch underneath your teeth, and just something comes loose in the joint between her shoulder and her upper body, and she just lets out this like screeching, pained howl and goes limp in your teeth. Actually dead.
Death by
Her
arm injury.
fingers limp on the bear and just fall down off. You're just holding this limp orc corpse now.
I'm gonna drop her and let her float in the water.
All right.
All right. I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Ryan, why are you the only voice? There we go.
What happened? Why is it so quiet?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just quiet. It's just quiet.
Oh,
Wait, she muted herself. What's going on?
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay.
No
We got
sexy
concerned.
time during D&D.
Hey, there was no sexy time.
Yeah, none of that.
It is your turn, Seagrain. As
Alright.
that's happening. This small little stout dwarf in the middle of this giant animal fight.
Can I
Yeah.
shoot a javelin at that guy?
At the guy stumbling away?
Yeah.
Sure. I will say, from your position, you'd probably have disadvantage. Because you are not only behind a large rock, but Howdor is also in the way. I'm gonna
Starts
start-
approvingly.
Yeah, with just as an FYI, with the changes to like new melee attacks, it's also ranged is going to be harder to pull off now if you're in an odd spot. Just for now.
Can I move on top of the rock?
Yeah, you can jump up there.
you sure can.
Yeah, if you're doing, you sure can. If you're trying to do range, just try and position yourself in a way that it makes sense to
This
pull
makes
it off.
sense, right?
In fact, being up on the log would be better. So you clamber up onto this kind of slippery rock and up onto the log, and take one of your javelins out to aim. Are you aiming for anyone in particular, or are you just trying to hit him? Keep in mind that doing specific things that are probably harder than just aiming will obviously require higher rolls. Just know that.
I'm gonna aim right for his spinal cord.
Or you could just go for a gut shot.
Well, he's facing away from me.
His guts are still there.
His back got
Guts just don't go away because you turn around.
His back guts.
His
Hey, I
butts.
actually did something
Guts.
right.
Yeah, you reach back, pull out your javelin, and just hoist it over your shoulder.
Whoa.
And just it flies across the clearing, actually right past Howdor, who's in the process of reaching out one of his big hands to try and grab this guy and pull him away from the little gnomes. You're actually gonna right in the middle of his back, and you're gonna see the wide, terrified eyes of 3 little gnome women as they turn and just watch this spear jut out right through the bloody spear tip, right through his midsection, as he kind of reaches out one hand and collapses just onto the edge of the escarpment there, like his hand almost like 2 inches away from the foot of the nearest gnome, dead from the impact as he gets flung forward.
Oh.
And
Good job, Ray.
yeah, and from your position up at the top of this rock, Seagrain, you actually suddenly see in the bright, kind of the outside of the shadow of the mountain that is cast from the sunlight above, in the sparse tree line beyond, you see a sudden flash of purple and bright silver, and hear a voice call out from the tree line as several figures step forward. Figures that you
Gadzooks.
don't recognize.
What is going on here?
Where?
Right here.
I can't.
Where?
Where?
Over here, towards the edge of
Holy
the trail. It's down.
What?
And you see what looks like a dwarf,
Is it?
It's the other
2
way.
humans, and a knight step out of the trees, and you hear his voice kind of rebound through the valley here, this ridge, as he. I don't know what you yelled. What did you yell?
Gadzooks! What is going on here?
Oh my god.
It's the other party.
He yells out. And you have no idea who this person is, but it seems as though they have joined in on the combat.
It's a voice you would trust.
And seeing
Maybe
Howdor
that's just Gadzooks.
reaching out in the direction of the little
He has a
gnomes,
voice.
he will say, "Step away from these small women!"
No.
And he will charge.
No.
We have another person here.
Is he a white?
You ruffians!
Ruvians.
He's saying that to Howdor. He's reaching out.
Correct.
Ignoring the other injured orc.
Yes. Everybody's
Are we,
ignoring.
are we still in combat?
Tom
guys
has
are still
multiple
in combat.
personality disorder.
And that'll bring us back to you, Caldo, at the top of the round.
Alright. I'm gonna look at the bear and assess what the bear is doing.
The bear seems confused, to say the least. It is currently has taken a step back and is shaking its head back and forth, kind of grumbling, like growling to itself. It definitely seems confused.
I mean, okay, animal handling isn't magic, so can I use animal handling in my wolf form?
I would say.
Can you
Reach out
bump
with a wolf
muzzles?
paw and like pat the bear's head.
Bump muzzles.
Rub his cheek with your cheek.
Let's see. That's definitely gonna have to be something that I rule, because there's no rules pertaining to that.
No, this is, we're just flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, we're just flying by the seat
You're
of
a
our
good
pants.
D&D. Make D&D great again.
Well, I also want to make it fair and believable to some extent. I think that,
Animals
guess, I don't
loving
think
each other is fair.
nobody even knows what animal handling really is. Like, what do you do when you're doing animal
It's when
handling?
you're handling animals. I am currently handling an animal.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess because it's so vague, sure, you can handle that animal as another animal.
Just gonna try to calm him down and pat his head. Alright, where is it? Come here. Where are you? There you are.
Yes!
An animal has been handled.
Handily.
Oh my god. And I will say you kind of you drop this just limp orc corpse as it goes floating slowly in a pool of its own blood down this stream, just floating away. And turn and kind of more, you kind of nudge the chest of this bear and lock eyes with it, kind of trying to convey a certain meaning, which
Friendship.
conveying friendship, druidic friendship. Your wolf eyes, and you do actually seem to bring this bear out of its disorientation, and it suddenly seems as though it is not only not aggressive towards you, but it almost might be friendly.
I'm gonna, because that was an action, correct?
Yes, that was an action.
I'm just gonna like do the doggy smile at it, and then I'm immediately gonna turn in the other direction, away from where the little gnomes are, and go look for Pip.
Please, I'm scared.
Because I have keen senses. I'm gonna immediately go find him.
Yep. All right, so the bear is just kind of going to
And
hang
Bear
out.
can follow, or if it wants. I don't know.
Bear, you can't really give it instructions per se.
I'm
It's
not
just
gonna
not a
instruct it, but if it wants.
Right. It's going to really just mosey on out of the stream and kind of just wander around now in confusion as you.
Nobody hurt the bear.
The bear is clearly not being aggressive towards anybody, and you're just gonna book it across the field back towards the tree line as combat comes to an end, and you're now left with many bloody orc. Well, not many, but a few bloody orc corpses, a disoriented bear, and a strange new arrival.
The other party is here.
Do I need to roll anything, or can I just go look for Pip?
You can go look for Pip. You're gonna have to do a survival check to try and catch on to their trail.
Okay.
And what's going on with the rest of the
Oh
arrivals?
shit.
We haven't done that.
Oh wait, I have advantage. That's right. I forgot.
You guys are out of combat, yeah.
The new arrival
I
is
forgot to
charging
roll
towards
that
Hellbound.
again.
I'm gonna go over here and help these guys.
That's better.
You get advantage from what?
From Direwolf, keen hearing and smell. Well, the wolf
Oh,
has
right.
advantage on perception checks.
All right. So easily enough, you as you're charging towards the tree line here. I really shouldn't say tree line. It's more just like sparse trees and shrubs. You actually hear footsteps charging towards you in your direction, and you actually see as you kind of just come skidding to a halt right in front of Pip, who comes charging out in the same moment, going whoa, 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 and kind of skidding to a halt right in front of your big direwolf muzzle.
Perfect. I want to pick him up by the back of his shirt and just like go back to the bear.
All right, without like any indication of who you are, you just walk up, grab him by the back of his shirt, and he goes, "Oh God, oh God, oh God!" and is like flailing around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go trotting back to the bear.
You go trotting back. Can I do this?
Can you make it happen?
Mount him.
That is mounted.
Yeah.
And you're gonna walk. You can move yourself. Can you move yourself? Actually,
Yeah.
Not McKelday.
Okay.
Never
You can
understand.
move stuff. You just come trotting back.
Backwards.
Oh, it still doesn't work. Rip.
Oh, it got left behind.
Rip. Oh well, it was worth a shot. You go you go backing up through the stream.
Pulling him.
And after like a few seconds of him flailing and realizing that you're not eating him, he kind of just goes limp and goes, "Oh, that's what this is."
Probably figures that out by now.
As you walk over, and the new arrival, you didn't pay much attention to him, but as you turn to look, you actually see that he is in the process of doing what?
Charging.
Charging across the field. Valiantly, I might add.
I'm over
Step away, ruffians.
I'm gonna drop the ship.
You see this
The
happening.
worst would be good.
So you get about halfway charging across this field, and the rest of the there's two. What looks like a half elf, and a human and a dwarf who kind of all watch this happening, let out this begrudging groan, and start trotting up behind him as he is charging. One of them reaches out a hand and says, "Wait, master, sir." But he doesn't really get many other words in, as he's already in the process of charging.
He's one of those people. Ah!
And Calder, you're gonna drop wild shape.
Yes.
You should have a
Fine.
restore transformation button.
Yeah, I'm finding it, yes. It takes me a hot second.
Releasing these gnomes from their bonds.
And yeah, you're in the process of doing this. As Haldor has just turned and he's just in confusion at the current state of events.
I can't see.
I'm gonna let Seagreen handle that. And I'm just gonna go
You can't
try to befriend the bear more.
You click on him. Did I not give you? Meow. I don't think I gave you permission. That's my fault. How about now? There you go. Alright. Confusion!
Spin!
And as you drop your wild shape in front of this bear, Calda, you'll just Pip is just gonna fall down on the ground as you just kind of let him go because you're no longer a wolf, and he's just gonna sit there kind of with his ass just like on the ground, kneeling back, looking around in complete.
Just blood everywhere.
And there's blood everywhere. There's a strange new person. There's a bear that's just wandering around. He's gonna be like, "What happened while I was gone?
Many things.
Who is this? Why are you charging? Hello?"
You will not threaten these gnomes on my watch.
Pip is kind of just gonna. You've stopped at this point, I'm assuming, or are you still advancing?
He is advancing slower.
He's slowed down though. He's advancing valiantly but slowly now across the field. To which, at a very confused Haldor, to which Pip is just going to say, "Wait, are you confused, buddy?"
No, are you?
Yes, I am very confused.
Well, that makes one of us.
I'm just like casually trying to feed the bear like jerky from my pack.
The bear is very, very happy about this, and is currently
Good.
sniffing your palm as you are in the process of pulling it out, like he's impatient for it because you can smell it. Seagrain, what are you doing?
I'm still on. I finished untying one of them.
Alright, so you finish untying the first one, who is just like whimpering and just panicking in place, kind of shivering, completely confused as to what's going
And
on.
a pat her on the head. You're safe now, little one.
Who are you? Who's that? Who's that big man?
Oh, that's my friend.
What say you,
What'd you say?
friend?
What'd you say? Sorry.
Not
What
confused,
say
guy.
you?
You know we're helping these people, right?
But look at him!
That's racist!
Racist? How dare you?
I think this guy might be a bigot.
Well, we know how to deal with
Oh, I'd
bigots.
never. And he kind of turns away in a huff.
Enough.
Situation resolved.
Right. And this is Pip. Alright, so. I mean, that it was kind of a little racist, but. Are we. Everybody calm now?
What are you doing here?
DM, I have a question.
We're here to help the gnomes. Yes, with question.
What's happening over here? Is he just sleeping?
He's dead. He died.
Just like playing dead because he saw what happened.
He was really, really bad. He was literally at 1 health. He was badly injured, so
All the blood on the ground.
he bled out while you guys were fighting.
Cool.
Cool. And in fact, now that you guys are looking around, I will say, in the back of this kind of little small ridge-like area behind a cluster of trees and bushes, you do actually see several more orc corpses that seem to have just been laid out unceremoniously at the base of the cliffs, as well as a few more. Sorry?
I was speaking of which, Pip, what happened to the orcs that were chasing you?
Well, funny story, actually. But let's get to that after we deal with the weird strangers. Because I don't really trust this guy.
Weird? To me, you are the weird ones.
Well,
Weird guy would say.
yeah, I don't
Oh, I never.
Pip is gonna kind of just look in between you, scoff a little bit, and be like, I don't know about you, buddy, but I personally wouldn't just show up to a scene and immediately charge in without knowing what's going on, so a little weird in my book.
He was reaching toward those gnomes.
You both talked at the same time, sorry. What'd you say? Marin first?
Oh, I was just gonna say, and then judge someone based on their looks like a dick.
Just like that, like a dick.
He was reaching towards the gnomes. What else was I supposed to think?
Did you miss the part where that orc got speared in the ass?
I did.
Yeah, I think he missed that part.
Alright.
Well,
Then you're confused.
I mean,
Then you're confused.
I feel like we want an episode of JoJo.
yes. At this point, Calda, with you're kind of in the weird, in transitional phase where your hearing is still kind of good. You're kind of half wolf hearing, half halfling hearing. So you actually do pick up from the back as these three, what seems like his companions or perhaps bodyguards of sorts, by the way they're kind of just tailing him. Actually, one of them, the dwarf in particular, kind of snickers in the middle and goes, baby hands at it again. You don't hear that, Ryan. Calda's the only one that hears that.
Okay.
He's just laughing for unrelated reasons.
And one other person does actually hear it. I will say.
You see his shoulders droop slightly, and then immediately he stands back and puffs his chest out again, and goes, "Were you the ones who dealt with these orcs?
Aye, that would be us.
Yes, sir.
Are there more?
Yep.
Show me where. I must defeat
Believe
this
they've
army."
taken Noman God.
At this, you actually hear two little voices pipe up as both Fibblestop and Dabbledop come kind of just waddling out of the bushes that you left them in, seeing that the coast is now clear. And you can see they both stop. Dabbledop kind of looks down with a look of disgust as the blood and the orcs are just kind of slowly
by.
by, and she'll kind of just pick her way over a couple like exposed stones and just hop across and land on the other side, and you can hear Fibblestop will go, my, what's going on here?
Ah, about time you guys got over here. How you doing? You didn't get scratched, right?
Scratched? By what? Rocks?
Hello,
You're
small
fine.
ones. Where might you have come from? Can you show me the way to Nomengard?
Dabbledop will just go, oh boy. Hello, you must be the Lord's Alliance troop that we called in. I will say you're
shit.
I apologize, young miss. We came as fast as we could.
I suppose you did. She'll say under her breath and kind of just, they'll both waddle up. And, well, you found Nomengard. It's literally right there. She'll point up at the waterfall and the cliffs, and all of you can turn to see what seems like several, just dark holes that recede into the mountain above the tops of different heights of cliffs. One here, one over here, and two more in the back, on which you can actually see, and more here, seems like a commotion up on this about 30-foot high up long rope bridge, where two orcs are currently in the process of charging across, or trying to, as the bridge is really small and the orcs are really big. So they're kind of just waddling awkwardly and tripping their way across this bridge towards some unknown destination. But you can faintly hear just like small voices that seem to be echoing from the inside of the cliff beyond, and that's about 60 feet, 70 feet away from you, the base of this waterfall, and they don't seem to have noticed what's going on in the valley below.
Can we see from here a way to get up there?
What?
Can we see from here a way to get up there?
Well, you can see the entrances. There's this one here and this one here. And they seem to be about 20 feet up. You could probably climb the cliff if you tried.
Alright, then. This guy immediately charges
Did you
forward
finish
toward
untying the gnomes?
this entrance.
Alright.
Devils, get away! He starts climbing.
Just immediately starts climbing.
Yes.
Alright then.
As you guys are in the process of talking, he just kind of keeps going.
I'm sure there are priorities.
And his 3 bodyguards just kind of look at you, nod once in half confusion, half just straight acknowledgement, and just keep following him. As you guys go about your business. You do see, I will say, Tom, you do see, as your character charges forward, you see that there are what looks like several, well, not several, but 2 currently charred orc corpses that are just scattered about the base of this cliff. And the cliffside itself also seems to have some kind of weird divots in it that also have char marks on them.
He's going to skid to a halt on his armored feet. And glance around for a non-charred area to climb.
Oh! He's a fancy boy.
He's a fancy boy. Alright, while you're doing that, what's going on with Seagrain and Calda?
I've untied the rest of these notes.
Yeah, you've definitely had time to go from each of them now to untie them. And they're all kind of just quivering and in complete shock as to what's been going on currently. It is 3 very young, or small gnomes of various ages. Wow, I can't speak English! Various ages. One of them looks a little bit older, the 2 seem a bit younger. And they all seem certainly not fighters, not kind of dressed in just common folk garb.
I'm gonna wave Dabbledop and Fibblestop over.
Right, as you do see over here, Tom, there seems to be, this side of the cliff seems to be actually shorter than that one and far less charred, if you're interested.
Then he is going to immediately charge there and kind of waddle through the water awkwardly.
You will happen across a beautiful, seemingly out-of-place island of what looks like many multicolored, about 2 to 3 foot tall mushrooms that are just clustered all over every inch of this island. Some of them are red, some of them are green, and some of them are purple. And as you're making your way over this pool, you, Fibblestop and Dabbledop are going to walk over, and immediately Dabbledop's just kind of run forward and hug the nearest gnome and just say, "Oh, turn around! I'm so happy you're okay." She just kind of pulls her into her chest as she's sniffling. Kind of weirdly, awkwardly, not quite sure how to comfort somebody, more like smushing her face into her chest than comforting. But she does smothering. Yes. The other 2 kind of gather around as Fibblestop walks up and says, what's happened while we were gone? How far did they get? Did they break into the workshop?" And the nearest one is going to look up through a sniffle and say, yes, they
Oh, that's for the
killed
charred ones.
Skeleton and broke through the first layer of defense, and I believe that they've made it into the throne room now. She just keeps sniffling and very sad.
Why did I get a text email to me?
I don't know. I'm just
Wait,
still.
which one's saying that?
I'm just talking to the bear. Going, you're such a good bear. You're so brave. Were they mean to you?
Otter's gonna waddle over and place a hand on the crying gnome's head.
Aw. She will begin to just kind of shuffle away across the ground, kind of trying to get away from you, but it will stop. Will just say, "Oh, no, Quippy, Quippy, it's all right, it's all right. He looks big and scary, but he's actually just a big teddy bear." Oh. With that, she'll just kind of, okay. Just sit there while you put your big bear paw of a hand on her shoulder.
She's not gonna move it or anything.
So
she's
many
gonna
bear
put it on her
puns
head.
tonight.
There's a lot of bear puns. Alright, so, what are you guys gonna do then? Are you just gonna let this guy go forward?
No, we're gonna go with him. I'm just bonding
Yep.
with the bear first.
I'm gonna follow after them.
The bear is currently just licking his
Actually,
big tongue across your palm, getting the last few scraps of jerky.
I'm gonna
Bear
feed him a
sauce.
douche room.
Dabble dog.
He's gonna eat it like it was jerky.
Perfect. Does that heal his cut? I can't remember.
Douche rooms were not the ones that had
Damn
healing
it, I
properties.
couldn't remember.
No.
That's right.
But he does seem to enjoy the mushroom nonetheless.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I'm glad. Alright, Sigurd, what are you doing?
I'm talking to Dabble Dog.
Or talking to Dabbled Up, right?
Dabble Dog, is there a safe way up these cliffs?
I was just gonna mention it. Well, follow me. Actually, that weird fellow over there seems to have the right idea. I think we can... She kind of stands on her tiptoes and seems like she's trying to see up around the cliff edge where she saw the orcs running across the bridge. She says, if they're coming from the south side, then maybe we can start around. Come with me, quickly. We can take you to the chamber of the beacon. Hopefully before they get there, if they haven't already. Turn around, Quippy. Ulda, stay here. Hide somewhere. Stay out of sight. They all kind of just nod to her and go skittering over this way towards where there seems to be a large patch of bushes that kind of just disappear. Easily enough as they're pretty tiny.
I'm going to pat the bear as high up as I can reach on its face and just go, Bartholomew, do you want to come with?
Bartholomew! Bear is just gonna look at you like, and start nudging your hand again for more food.
I'm gonna pull out more jerky and start walking towards the others.
He follows you!
Yes!
With the jerky. I'm assuming you're going this way.
Yeah, wherever those guys are going.
I started wading through this pool is much deeper. It's about 3.5 feet deep.
Ooh, that's
So-
taller than me.
Yeah, it's taller than you.
Can I climb on the bear and do like a good old like the stick and carrot thing but with jerky?
Do another animal handling check. Without much notice even or objection from the bear, Bartholomew, sorry.
Bartholomew.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no! Bartholomew, you scramble up on his back and just sit up there dangling the jerky the jerky in front of his face, and he just kind of meanders
Tie
forward.
the jerky to the end of your ukulele.
That's exactly what I did.
Oh. Beautiful.
Isn't shillelagh a skill?
Shillelagh is a skill. I have a quarterstaff, but I understood.
The end of your shillelagh.
Alright, and all of you begin moving forward towards this gorgeous, almost picturesque, nearly magical looking pool, just shrouded in mist. You can see the mushrooms of many colors dotting the center of these central islands, and just lush greenery all around. It's like complete stark contrast to the just rocky, barren surroundings. And as you walk up, you can see the three guards or companions of this new arrival, kind of just wading through the water behind him. One of them, the same one you heard speak up earlier, seems to be the half-elf archer. He speaks up again and goes, "Sir, are you sure we should charge in there alone? Seems like there's a lot of them."
I'm gonna catch up to the dwarf.
How can we stand by when there are those in need?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, you said something I agree with.
Maybe he's not.
I always say things you should agree with.
Doubt.
Press X to doubt.
This man is obviously confused.
I want to pick some mushrooms.
You gonna pick a couple mushrooms?
When I catch up to
I'm gonna pick one of each kind.
Alright,
Aren't
so
they
you
the
start-
same size as you?
they are pretty big, yeah.
I have a scimitar and several knives.
You take out one of your knives and start hacking away, or not hacking. I won't say that. You're an herbalist of sorts, so you start carefully
can
cutting
gather
away.
them.
But as you actually see Fibblestop and Dabbledob, they had hopped into the water and started like swimming / doggy paddling across. Dabbledop's gonna go, "It's terrible. I never have to swim this." Like, humph. And as they have scramble up onto this little island next to you, Fibblestop's gonna go, "Hey, no! How dare you touch the sacred mushrooms without
I'm gonna hide them
permission?"
behind my back.
I see that! I see that!
You don't see anything.
Put those back! Those are
Put
sacred!
back.
We have not yet given you permission to touch them.
What do they do?
They are very special. That's all you need to know.
Galadane, you should listen to the gnomes.
They start to get kind of pissed at you.
I'll begrudgingly put the mushroom chunks back on the ground.
It's really bad, I know. I had it a hair flop.
Alright, it is now my turn.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? You good?
I came up to the dwarf who was following this weirdo. And I'm gonna pour him a small glass of my ale and give him a taste.
I see a dwarven ally here. How kind of you. He'll just take the mug without asking any questions and start downing it. This is exactly what I needed at this time. He'll wipe his beard as there's just ale dribbling down into his beard now. He seems like an older dwarf. He's got a big bushy beard that's braided into 4 separate braids. And quite a big, kind of similar plate armor to yours, actually. Not the same make, but technically same model. It's not the same.
It's a
You make
car.
it model. And he'll say, "Well, name's Maxwell." He'll hold out his gauntlet.
Yeah, take it and firmly shake it. Secret.
Last name how?
Nice to meet you. You guys kind of have his quick greeting, as Calda is still in the middle of trying to persuade the 2 gnomes that she wants to keep the mushroom. Or did you say you were putting it down?
I was putting the I already cut it, so like I'm putting the chunks back down.
Trying to put them back upright so it looks like they weren't cut.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to like reassemble them like a jigsaw puzzle.
Kim, do we know the name of the Lord's Alliance captain guy? Tom's character?
You do not.
Marcus? Okay.
We do not yet. He is not.
I'm gonna go ask him.
Oh, we don't know yet? Okay.
Nope. Alright, and
I
with
thought maybe I
that,
missed
the gnomes kind of nod to you a little bit begrudgingly, and you waddle over, hopping up onto this rock here.
I'm gonna climb up on the bear and then have the bear climb on the rock.
The bear. Oh my god, the bear.
He keeps
Sounds like
power.
Haldor.
Both paws up there and just rears up onto the top of this rock, looking
I'm
down.
just like, hey, fancy man!
Who are you calling fancy?
Well, you answered.
That is fair.
What's your name?
Marcus. Marcus Steelhand. And who might you be?
A halfling.
I can see that.
Oh, you have functioning eyes. How good. Are you planning
I
on
say,
climbing up
you're
there
quite rude.
alone? I'm on a bear. Do you really want to argue this?
He eyes the bear and huffs a little bit.
Anyways, are you climbing up there?
I intend to slay these invaders, yes.
Do you know what you're fighting?
They appear to be orcs.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, looks like we're kind of doing the same thing, so would you mind if we, came along and helped you out?
I believe that will be an intelligent move, yes. I'm honored to be in your... assistant? Company? Company.
Why don't we call it that?
Does Marcus by any chance have one of those big twisty mustaches?
He is clean shaven.
Oh, is he? He sounds like somebody that would have a big twisty mustache.
I just have to ask, have either of you watched season 1 of Critical Role? I just have to ask.
No?
We don't watch it. We do things.
Not you two.
Which two? That's not descriptive at all.
Sorry. Sorry, Tom and Kim. Just because it reminds me so much.
Of that.
I'm getting such
Is this your
I'm
guy,
getting
Tom?
such Clarion vibes right now.
What is happening? They're having to talk about it.
Oh, sorry.
I love the picture.
Let us
That's
discuss
great.
in private.
That is amazing.
You see him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not what I pictured at all.
Nope.
perfect. Exactly what I was hoping it would be.
Describe yourself real quick so they get a visual.
He is a half-elf, actually more accurately quarter-elf fop, with a hair flop, and he's rather... He's not short, he is 6 feet tall, but you may notice he has rather delicate hands.
To the point where they're weirdly small for his size.
Oh no, not small hands.
And as you heard earlier, the dwarf, or I don't know, it wasn't the dwarf, it was his half-elf companion, muttered under his breath, "Baby hands." So indeed, his nickname is Baby Hands. So you have met Marcus Steelhand, aka Baby Hands. And you have decided that it is indeed an intelligent course of action to join each other's company and continue up on into this Gnomengard, which you have not actually yet entered. And as you guys are walking up, the gnomes are going to waddle up from between these mushrooms and actually look up at you as you're talking, and Dabbledop's just going to butt in really suddenly. Sir, Mr. Dude, don't go that way. That's a very bad way. Actually, we can't go that way if we don't want to die.
Oh? Is there another way?
Well, she kind of looks around. I mean, we could... she seems really uncertain as to where she should go, like she has never been this way before. And she just kind of points in the direction back towards the, back here towards the bridge and goes, well, now that those orc things have moved across, I think we can use that way.
Right?
Very well, tally-ho!
Start moving that way.
All
I'm
right,
also just gonna go over the shoulder and be like, Pip, you keeping up?
I am right here. He's like eyeing these mushrooms with a lot of intrigue. Like, what the heck?
It's gonna just sadly shake my head.
He's gonna nod back
He's
to
like,
you, knowing that he saw what happened when you tried to pick them.
Still very sad.
Teenager shrooms.
And your very odd group of now travelers begins to head, continue wading the rest of the way the rest of the way across the pool and to the base of this cliff, which is a little bit higher. This one is indeed about 30 feet high as you reach the base of it. And you can begin climbing if you would like.
I would like.
Let's climb it.
Alright. So let's everybody do an athletics roll.
Uh-oh.
And the first thing that you notice is, without any hesitation, Marcus begins to try and clamber his way up, but his small, gauntleted hands can't seem to find a good handhold, and he stumbles a bit about halfway up and actually falls all the way back down, kind of dragging his hands down across the front of the cliffside as he falls.
I'm gonna look down and just.
And behind you, both Seagrain and Keld, actually everybody really this time, because they're not very good at hiding it, will hear the dwarf this time go, baby hands at it again.
I'll kind of slump in the water and hang his head a little bit before getting up and trying again.
Oh, you need to do another roll for me. Everybody else at this point has reached the top.
Has the bear come up with us?
The bear cannot come up, unfortunately. The bear is currently standing in a patch of ferns looking up at you sadly, longing
But
for
the bear
more jerky.
can. Grizzly bears have been known to climb over 50 feet in the air.
Up trees and stuff though, right? Things that they can
But
dig
they
their...
do live in cliffs.
Do they do cliffs?
Yeah, they
What
can.
happened? So that-
I mean, I guess.
Bears live in mountains.
Do an athletics check.
Oh no. Oh no. Can't be any worse than baby is.
The bear does manage to make it up the
Yes!
Slowly
Go,
but
bear,
surely. He gets to the top and is like, starts prodding your hand for more jerky.
I'll give it to him.
He's a good bear. Unfortunately,
good bear.
No, sorry, the bear following me. That's gonna be stuck in my head all night. Marcus seems to have stumbled yet again and has not even gone like 5 feet up the edge of this cliff.
I'm gonna lean
I
over the
say-
edge and just say, "You
Can I get some assistance here, please?
He's gonna toss a rope.
I'm gonna reach my little halfling hand down, even though it's nowhere near him.
The
And be like,
female
"Jump!"
below is gonna look up and just go. Just laugh.
So I look sadly at the halfling hand and make a leap for it.
Even though you're close to it.
Yes.
Throw a rope down.
As Seagrain shows some mercy and he takes a rope out of his pack and throws it down. So you can easily enough, you're able to climb up the rope and make it to the top with your 3 companions. The dwarf climbs up the rope just seemingly out of laziness. The other 2 climb pretty nimbly up the side of the ridge with Pip close behind, kind of trying to keep his distance from this bear in a not very trusting way.
He's a nice bear, and I'm just gonna pat the bear's cheek.
Right. You said that about your forms too, and I've seen what they do.
But they don't hurt the people who don't need to be hurt.
That is yet to be seen. Then
You haven't been hurt.
I hope to keep it that way. As you guys are talking, you look down to the base of the cliff after everybody has managed to make their way up. I'll let all of you get up here. And you do see both Dabbledop and Fibblestop are actually sat down on top of this rather large boulder in the middle of the clearing, just kind of looking up at you quizzically, talking to each other. Dabbledop is going, you know, Fibble, I don't think we've ever managed to make it up these cliffs without help.
Oh.
Tibblesoft's gonna look over him and yeah, it is kind of hard without our gadgets, isn't it? Yeah, I do say I'm not sure we can do it.
There's
Marcus
a
is
rope.
going to leap down again and say, "I shall assist you, small ones."
Oh my god.
Kind of you.
The dwarf is going to again point at the rope, and there's a rope.
Just grab it. We'll pull you up.
But rather valiantly, Marcus is going to wade through the pool like he's trying to rescue lost children and offer for the two gnomes to like hop up on his shoulders. Which they will, more out of, again, laziness and kind of humor than anything else.
Not a small amount of pity.
A small amount of pity will hop up on his shoulders and you will attempt to, through much strain, climb your way up the rope with two gnomes on your back.
Dwarf is gonna drag him up.
And although it's a bit of a struggle for everybody, you do manage to get up and you're just kind of huffing a little bit at the end.
I'm going to look at Seagreen and say, "Thank you for the help, small one."
Yes. Big one.
How?
Oh wait, how do I look out behind? Wait. Wait. Wait.
We got left behind. Oh, speaking of which, Pip, you never said what happened to the other orcs.
Oh, right. He'll get like really excited all of a sudden out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, so there was like this really big ridge that I remember we passed on the way up. Remember when we were going up by the mountains? And I was like, I have a really good idea. And so I ran up to that ridge and I like started doing this chicken dance thing and yelling a whole bunch. And as they charged at me, you guys should have been there. I did this really, really cool, and I mean really cool, like cartwheel handstand thing, and just like moved out of the way, and they totally went tumbling over the cliff, and I just left.
Insight check.
Please do the insight check. Do it. You're gonna look at him just complete disbelief and like not amused at all, and he's gonna be like, all right, I was just faster than them.
Good, then it did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, thanks for that. That was really helpful.
Yeah, slap him on the back.
You were-
Of this
Okay.
I don't doubt your plan would have worked. It just, you know.
Yep. He's gonna like look down and kick a rock just under his breath, like just party pooper.
Mhm.
And with
Well, I'm
that,
gonna turn and start crossing the bridge.
not that way, good,
Oh.
other dwarf. It's this
Other
way.
dwarf.
Turn, and both gnomes just gonna dart. Hey, don't move so fast.
That
Remember,
was
no
an
move.
accident.
And start just waddling into the dark, cavernous space beyond. Seems to be, and you enter, all of you, although the bear seems a bit uncertain about entering the cave, but he follows after a bit of just kind of sitting there, and he chooses jerky over.
Jerky. The jerky is strong with this one.
And you guys all make your way through these pretty cramped tunnels. They're only about 6 feet wide, which isn't too wide for a tunnel, but they seem like they've been meticulously just carved straight out of the inside of this mountain. As you all make your way further. And you do begin to hear, not long after heading into these tunnels, you do hear what sounds like noises kind of echoing down the halls from inside. Some small voices intermixed with more what you now recognize as orc sounds.
Uh-oh. We're gonna check for traps. So, gnomes, are there any traps?
Oh no, not on this side. We already passed the blade room. Onwards, onwards.
The blade room?
Blade room?
Oh yes. It's Fibble stops and be like, my design. Dabbledoff's like, shh. Yeah, it's a very good defense. I believe it dealt with several of them before they decided not to go
What
that way.
burned them? What burned them?
Oh, that one! She'll look really proud. That was my design. The fire stopper, I call it.
Ooh, I like fire.
I see you do.
Are
It just,
you-
it kind of shoots fire out of the cliffside.
Get
They
it
never
wrong.
see it coming.
Yeah, get a rum, shorties.
From one arsonist to another. Just kidding.
So many people to
A
move
love
now.
match.
So many people to move right now.
So many people to move.
Wow,
And
lead the
you-
way.
You continue creeping down this hallway. Okay, we should probably get quiet here. Which way was it again, Fibble? And Fibble just looking at her. God damn, navigation skills of a squirrel. It's this way, left. And you will turn left away from the sounds you actually hear coming from the opposite corridor, to the right. And continue making your way quietly down these tunnels. At this point, you can see that a few lanterns have been hoisted up on these small pulley type contraptions to light the way in these pretty dark halls. And you continue down towards what looks like some kind of storage area at the end of this hall. This way, this way. And they kind of look around again. They seem lost. Dabble's gonna look over at Fibble and think, "Oh, you lost your way again, didn't you?
Don't you live here?
We never leave the workshop." They pretty much say in unison.
Oh,
That does not sound healthy.
You say. Oh, what was that? And as you hear this crashing sound, it seems to be coming from the to your right, the door to the right. And they say, "Oh, yeah, wasn't that the kitchen? Yeah, I think that was the kitchen. There might be orcs in there."
Marcus is going to creep up to the door
gonna fall.
and attempt to open it quietly.
The two people in like plate armor are going stealthing.
Yes.
Both of you roll stealth with disadvantage.
Oh no.
He's just wearing chainmail, to be fair.
It's the
Okay.
same thing.
Oh, you're wearing chainmail. I don't think chainmail actually gives, for some reason.
Huzzah.
Read it.
It did not help.
You get to roll again. See if you get a worse one.
Oh, chainmail does good. Yeah, roll again.
See if I can suck more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not suck more.
You sucked less.
I sucked less.
All right,
Both of you.
You both try and quietly creep up to this door, and it's a rather small door, I might add.
Oh my god.
Howdor has learned the art of stealth in his time with your group. He is now the stealthiest out of all of you.
He is basically
He's
naked,
nearly
so-
naked and has no armor to go jingle jangle.
And you will walk, you open the door slowly to find inside a dark kitchen area that seems to be empty.
Did we hear the crash from this way?
You did hear the crash from this room, and I will say, as you step into the room, you do hear a small from somewhere nearby, though you can't pinpoint where.
Is there anyone in here?
This purple stuff as I pass it.
We are here to help from the scourge of the orcs.
The sword of the orcs?
Scourge.
Scourge. Scourge.
I'm gonna look at
Scourge.
these table things.
Scourge.
Yeah, as you look under the table, you are immediately met with two terrified faces of two gnomes who seem to have been hidden under the table here at the back of the kitchen. They kind of crawl out.
Gotta catch 'em all.
They crawl out, and there's a male and a female, and the young male gnome just goes, "Oh, hello. You sent you're here to help us?"
Correct. Never fear, little ones. We are here to help.
Right. Of course, right. You're here to help. Big knight guy. Thank you. How do we get out? Where's the safe place?
Appears to be through that door. He points behind him.
Thank you. And they just
your nose right now.
That's what I was gonna ask.
I love them.
It worked. They're just gonna shuffle past you and come face to face with Fibble,
Dibble
Fib-
dop,
Dibble.
dop, and fibble dop.
They're gonna kind of come to a halt and say,
Yapple dapple.
"Hello, hi. I did. You're okay. Hi." And Fibble and Dabble just go, "Oh, hello. Like they've never spoken to these two particular gnomes. It's really weird." And they're just gonna, what was your name again? Sorry. It was a P. It was a P, right? I'm pretty sure it was a P. Yeah. Palabar. Don't you remember? We talked once in the rec room. The rec room. And Dabble's gonna, oh, right. Yeah, I totally remember that. Just keep going. Actually, wait, no, don't go that way. There's orcs that way. Just follow us. And as they're talking forward, another gnome is gonna come tumbling out from behind a few crates in the back of this room, and just say, "Oh, hello. Are we all? Is it okay? Are we all safe? I hear there's still orcs in here."
Yeah.
The gnomes
There
are
are,
gathering.
in fact.
The gnomes are gathering.
The gathering of the gnomes.
We have
Fibble
an army.
very awkwardly is again gonna say, yep. Come this way. Follow us. Everybody, fall in line." And they're just gonna continue on. Did you guys want to do anything else in the kitchen, or?
I was looking at this purple stuff.
Right.
Is there another door in the kitchen?
There was another door to the on the south side of the kitchen.
He
Let's
is
go check that out.
going to attempt to sneak up to that door.
I'm gonna follow him. Do the same thing.
All right.
Ha
Haha.
You guys are so proud of yourselves. As you guys are doing that, the rest of the gnomes have actually split off and moved this way into the other room to the left of it looks like a pantry, with Fibble and Dabble in the lead. What are the rest of you guys gonna do?
Purple stuff.
Particularly Kelda.
Look.
You take a quick glance around this room as you are, as the rest of your friends are kind of milling about, and you see that these crates all seem to be filled with various pieces of the mushrooms you saw earlier. Particular, as purple mushrooms, red mushrooms, and green mushrooms all seem to have different purposes and are stockpiled in various ways.
Did the gnomes leave the room?
Yep, all the gnomes have left the room at this point. It's just you and Pip. Howdor has.
I'm gonna look at Pip, lift one eyebrow, and then begin to pocket some mushrooms.
Pip is gonna share your look, kind of walk backwards with his hands behind his back, like totally nonchalantly, and just take like 3 red mushrooms and shove them in his pants pockets too. You guys both have a mushroom heist.
She's taking some shrooms.
You can add 3 purple mushrooms, or however many you want. There's a full basket there.
I'm taking 5.
All of them. Take all of them.
That's too obvious.
I don't think I can fit all of them, but I'm taking 5.
You guys can also see, the ones in the kitchen can see that there are many smaller crates of mushrooms, some that seem to have been chopped up, some are ground into a powder, all kind of scattered about the kitchen table area as if their main source of sustenance seems to be these mushrooms. And as you quietly open the door, Marcus, you open just to a large large by gnome standards, but really small for you. It seems like a dining hall of sorts that is currently a bit disheveled. There's many pieces of small wooden furniture that have been tossed around and broken, and it seems as though it is pretty empty. Although now, from Kalda in particular, from behind, you have lost track of your bear friend, unfortunately. It seems as though he has not. He's lost interest in the jerky, or maybe you weren't holding out the jerky anymore. And you hear a bit of a hubbub behind you of several voices, some small squeaks, as what looks like an entourage of. You can kind of barely see them outside of your vision, Kalda. I'll say, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
They come like just this way. They're pulling along what looks like 5 gnomes.
Oh shit!
They kind of just turn abruptly and go back towards out of the tunnels towards the bridge that you guys entered through without seeing you.
Out.
Shit!
Towards
I'm
out.
gonna. And which way did the bear go?
The bear is still somewhere behind the tunnels, somewhere in the tunnels behind you.
Oh no.
And in fact, you're going to hear a loud, kind of gruff voice go, What's Snargle doing in here?
I'm gonna stick my head into the kitchen and whisper shout, "Guys, we've got a problem!" And then turn around and start stealthing towards the orcs and the bear.
Okay. How are the rest of you going to react to this?
Marcus is going to. Wait, you don't know his name yet. Wait, you do know.
Yeah,
his
you
name.
do.
Yeah, dude, I asked him his name.
He is going to hurry on over in that direction and attempt to stealth behind these crates.
Alright.
Balls.
Also,
balls.
I'm gonna quietly push open the door in front of me.
the worst thing is I have a
That's a
+3 to stealth.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Seagrain, as you
Going
quietly
after that bear.
open the door, and where's Howdor? Howdor's with you, Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, no.
And all of you begin to crouch as quietly as you can, with nothing to really hide behind in this long hallway. With Marcus trying to take cover behind some crates. Unfortunately, Marcus, you're gonna bump into a couple of the crates, making a bit of a commotion. It kind of echoes lightly down these tunnels, and Kalda, your footsteps are just not gonna be quiet at all.
I'm worried about my bear.
As you kind of like try and quietly sprint down this tunnel towards where your dearest Bartholomew is waiting. And you turn the corner to see 4 orcs and the 5 bound up gnomes in tow behind them, all currently puzzling over this bear that's just at the end of the on the top of the cliffside here. And they are indeed going to. One of them is going to glance over his shoulder, the one in the back, to see.
And I'm gonna shout, "Good boy, Bartholomew!" They already see me, so I'm just gonna do it.
You said good boy?
Bartholomew.
And in response, Bartholomew is going to just let out a as he sees you again and just kind of sniffs into the air, getting a hold of that sweet, sweet jerky smell again. And the orc in the back's gonna go, "Hey, Captain, we have company." And I'm gonna have you guys all roll initiative.
Again. We just sitting here like, I love rolling initiative. When's the last time we all rested? I have 0 regrets.
Well, we couldn't leave this place to be saved by this market.
We can't because Noman lives are on the line.
I can't roll initiative.
Noman lives?
Thank you for catching that. I was waiting.
I'm sorry, what just happened? Initiative is being sketch. How do you always get fucking rolls?
Halfling.
Halflings are brave.
And reckless.
Yep.
And impulsive.
All right, and we begin again with Calda. Unsurprisingly,
You sounded so tired.
it's okay.
Let's see if I am going to move forward and do a good old classic produce flame and throw it at the closest orc.
All right. There are
I'm
several
ready.
bones in the way of you and the orc. Keep
I'm
them-
throwing it above their heads. It's an arc.
Okay.
She's just gonna aim at the top of the orc, which is way above the top of the.
Exactly. Exactly. He is taller.
That's true.
They're like twice the size. Oh my god. Oh, what? Wow.
The flame that you produce and chuck is going to fly over the heads of several gnomes, just smash into the rock wall or the cave wall by the head of the backmost orc and just immediately fizzle out. To which the orc in the back is going to turn his head, look at where it fizzled out in like a second, and just go and just kind of grunt and turn back to you and go and say back over his shoulder, "Captain, they want to be mages. It'll be easy."
Oh, bitch.
And the captain, who is a large orc wearing heavy armor with a big battle axe, is at this point also turned around and is wielding his battle axe in preparation and is just gonna call down the hall at you and just go, "You picked the wrong fight, little one." And with that, we're gonna go to...
Can I call something out to Bartholomew?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I be like, hey Bartholomew, eat orc.
You're just gonna hear a more resounding
That's it.
Will work for jerky.
I'm just gonna zoom over to here. Oh, I don't want it. Calde, should I throw a javelin?
As long as you don't hit my bear or the gnomes.
That's all she's concerned about. At this point, the gnomes are currently either crying or kind of yelling out, just, oh, we have heroes!
Gnomes duck.
They're
Throwing
already
the
all
nearest
ducked.
one.
Are they
Alright.
duck
Let's
by
see.
default?
And we're gonna aim for his face, right between his eyes.
Headshot.
Headshot. All right. You hoist, as he's calling this down the hall, you run up next to Calda and just immediately hoist and chuck this javelin that flies over the heads of all these gnomes who are squatting despite being too short to even come close to hitting.
Safety
But
first.
you do manage to this long... What was that, Kelly?
That was what was in the, that was what was in my treasure box. It was in my treasure box. It was your treasure box. It was your
Oh.
treasure box.
I think she's talking to her mom.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? Treasures? Where?
Sorry, I thought I made it.
No, that's okay. You don't quite hit him between the eyes, but you watch as your javelin just a long scrape right through the side of his neck, actually slicing through his jugular and causing blood to spurt everywhere. In fact, splashing all over the nearest young female gnome, who is just going to let out a yee of terror as she gets covered in blood, and the arch as he's just bleeding and clutching at his
Bleeding out.
bleeding out now. He's gonna die regardless. but he seems like he is hurting. And this is the one that called out to you, so the other two orcs are kind of gonna, whereas their stance is a little bit relaxed and they weren't taking it all too seriously, they suddenly clutch their spears forward, and with renewed care to what's going on. And with that, that will bring us to the dwarf companion here, who is going to, from behind, who seemed disinterested before, is gonna go, "Oh, I'm coming, sir," and just charging, half waddling down the hall to walk up next to both of you. Not really able to get much farther as he was back in the dining room, but he'll walk up and say, more orcsy.
He's gonna elbow the other dwarf and say, "Yup, yup." Playful elbow.
And that'll begin Marcus's turn.
He will yell, "With me, Maxwell!" And he will charge.
Under his breath, you're gonna hear Seagrain Maxwell just go, "Oh boy, this again."
He can't quite make it.
You can't quite make it, but you're close enough to protect the gnomes if you need.
Yeah, he's gonna go right here. And, prepare himself. Whatever that means.
Alright. And that'll bring us to the other three orcs, who are going to, in succession, as this is a pretty cramped space, just kind of shove the gnomes aside carelessly and run up to hit the closest person, which happens to be the valiant knight who is trying to defend the poor little gnomes, and they're just going to lash out at you with their spears. Whereas the one with the bleeding jugular, they're just going to completely ignore him, actually, as he falls back and presses up to the wall, and kind of just charge forward to smack at you. The one in behind is just falling back, actually. Has his hand in the scruff of the bear's neck, who the bear does not seem all that concerned by what is going on, and is actually going to just watch what is going on. And unfortunately, both spears manage to land on you as you don't have enough space to kind of dodge out of the way or parry them, and you take a full 11 damage. And being the first time that you have really ever taken a significant amount of damage, you're gonna as they stab you in the kinks of your armor and just kind of stumble back a little bit in just surprise.
Ye devils!
That'll bring us to Halvador, who is in the back of the hall here, kind of just walking up on what's going on.
He's going to see this dude who just...
Walk up as he's getting stabbed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like... Well, he's gonna dash up here, actually.
The gnomes all let out a resounding as you as you stomp past them, kind of not really paying much mind of where they are, but they do manage to get out of your way. They're small enough. You're just gonna charge up to them as they're spearing the new guy.
Yes.
Alright. Are you gonna do anything else, or is that the
Amazing.
I don't know that he can do anything else.
Yeah, okay, and that'll end your turn. Leaving us with the last two companions who are going to walk forward and kind of take both sides of the cavern here. She is going to be on the defense from the rear. They're almost taking up like a defensive position, and the half-elf ranger-looking guy is going to take out a short bow and take a pot shot at the.
Oh my god!
What?
Yes! This is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
What?
My cat just turned on the DVD player and opened it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm so proud.
Has he tried to do that in the past?
No!
No!
Ryan, don't.
He just
Wrong.
did it and then walked away.
Seeing Marcus getting stabbed, the half-elf ranger is going to just call out, "Sir, duck!" and immediately let out an arrow shot, which pierces the orc, one of those orcs in the front that is stabbing, right in the middle of his chest, almost exactly where his heart is. And he's gonna let out a bloody cough and stumble back, kind of yanking his spear out as he goes, causing a bit more pain for you, Marcus. But clearly on the edge of his rope, that was a really good shot.
Haha, well shot, Ryder.
Thanks, sir. And the other lady is just gonna kind of hang out, taking on a defensive position as this hall is pretty congested. And that'll take us to Pip, who is also gonna being really in the back and not knowing what's going on, is just gonna run up and look down this hall and kind of just be like, "Oh, let me guess, the bear needed help."
Yeah.
He's taking Bartholomew.
Yep, he is.
We're gonna fix that.
And at that, as it comes back to your turn at the top of the round, seeing his orc comrades being pretty easily taken care of at this point, with two of them near death already, the captain in the back is just gonna say, "Die well for Grumsh," and actually just grab, kind of prod Bartholomew towards the edge of the cliff, and he's gonna disappear past your view.
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew, sorry. Was this closed? It was closed. Oops.
The cave was closed.
The cave is closed. And you have no idea where he went now, actually, as the other orcs kind of just look around, half scared and half, like, accepting their fate, and just prepare for the last bit of combat here. I'll bring us. Sorry, it's still Kelda's turn.
Trying to figure out if she can say that.
Okay. Nobody gets away. All right. I'm going to use my last beast shape and go giant hyena.
All right.
No.
Oh yes.
No.
Where is it? I always forget where this is. One of these days.
Dwarf next to him. Prepare yourself.
What? Why?
He's gonna point at the halfling.
You just know she's about to wild shape.
Did it work?
Nope. You're gonna
Try
sorry.
again. Hang on. Giant hyena.
I'll get you. I forget. Sorry.
You're good.
The dwarf behind you is gonna kind of stumble back and actually fall on his butt as you turn.
And I have a movement speed of 50 feet.
50.
Which means I'm getting the fuck out of the cave.
You do have to go through several orcs.
I do. But I'm gonna do it.
All
I'm gonna
right.
shoot for here.
You're
Oh,
tall.
God.
Not giving up.
All right, go for it.
Owen.
You charge forward and like get down, crouch to take a crouching leap forward to try and get over their heads. The first two, the two wounded orcs do not manage to hit you in time at all, or even raise their weapons in time. But the one who is just pulling his spear back away from Marcus is going to see you leaping and actually catch you on your underbelly and your underside as you're flying over him and deal a solid 9 damage, kind of catching you mid jump and causing you to topple down onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that damage. There you go.
Save Bartholomew.
And when you come around, you kind of just keep going, just charging on through the pain of the wound, and come to the edge of the this cliff edge here with the waterfall outside, and see that Bartholomew and the orc captain seem to have made their way to the bottom of the cliff.
Pounce.
Hyena does not have pounce.
I'm crying.
Does not have pounce.
Can you charge him?
That's all of my movement. So... Can she make eye contact with Bartholomew?
Currently, he is not really focused on the top of the cliff edge here.
Yip at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna make noises at him.
Okay. What do you...
Sad hyena noises.
Alright. You can do a... I mean, you can't do anything from up there. You have to be near him to do another animal handling check, I will say.
Correct.
Especially as a giant hyena. I'm not sure he'd be familiar with whatever the fuck that is. As a bear. But that will turn as you're just kind of perched on the edge of this cliff, ready to jump down if you need to. And Seagrain, it is your go.
It's time for my signature move.
Oh boy.
He's gonna waddle up behind Marcus and grope his wounds. Where is it?
You're gonna grope his wounds?
Out of all the ways you could use lay on hands.
He lays them hands.
Gonna heal him for 10.
Alright.
Ooh.
10 health. You're gonna feel these small gauntlet-covered hands just touch your back and kind of oddly sensually move their way down as a glowing light and warmth kind of fills you, and you heal full 10 health from that. Your wounds closing up a bit. The spear wounds.
I say, good sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Tide has been turned.
With that, Maxwell's gonna walk up behind you. Still kind of jittering, or not really jittering, but a little bit taken aback by the sudden transformation of a giant hyena in front of him. He's gonna a bunch of goonies, and and he's gonna take a swing with what looks like a mace at the nearest orc. Trying to swing between Haldor, the gnome's Seagrain, and his captain, and not really able to do so, he completely misses. That'll bring us to Marcus.
Marcus is going to start a little bit at that, and I will give him disadvantage on his next swing.
Oh.
Being clearly affected by the use of this name in the midst of combat, he hesitates in his swing, and actually, as he's stabbing forward at the one in front of him, he is going to miss and actually take a nice gouge out of Howdor's upper thigh as he kind of shoots a bit too low, and he's gonna deal the 7 damage to him. Woo!
I say, big fellow, I'm sorry. And then he's going to take another swing with his other sword.
Alright. Which is also going to miss, as you are now affected both by low self-esteem and having wounded one of your allies, which greatly bothers you. So yes.
And then he is going to shrug it off a little bit and use an action surge.
Alright. Gonna try one more time.
And he's going to take 2 swings.
Not a quitter.
Oh, hey, Marcus.
And with that, he's gonna go for 2 more lunges. Both of them actually managing to hit as he just slices clean through the the upper shoulder chest area of this orc in front of him, actually severing one of his arms and piercing his sword straight through his chest, just completely decimating him. What?
Oh, not bad, baby hands.
Did you? Right. Do you want to? Did you want to strike both of them? Sorry. I assumed you want to hit one. Okay, so you do actually manage to stab the first one through the heart, and I'll say you sever the arm of the second one, dealing 8 damage. So he's now also you actually sever his his spear arm, so his spear and his arm go thumping and or clattering to the ground, and he just kind of falls back a bit with his companion, who's just now slumped down against the wall, kind of just gurgling out and bleeding out near death. As the last one standing, essentially. And he is going to take the last one standing is going to take, one last valiant stab at whoever he can hit at this point, just a wild stab. And it does manage to hit Howdor once again, stabbing you right up to your lower
Wait.
stomach area, dealing 7 damage.
Hold up. Grab the wall. Wiggle,
Wait,
wiggle,
what?
wiggle.
What does that mean?
Just slow the song down.
But the attack is
Repeat the word.
wild and unpredictable, and is that he's just really he's just throwing his spear forward without any thought to it. Seagrin, you don't actually manage to predict the trajectory, the angle of it, and you miss completely in trying to block, and it still hits Howdor.
Wow. Sorry.
Howdor is taking a beating.
He got healed. He's alright.
That was Marcus, like that healed.
Yeah.
I mean, Haddock got healed earlier. He took
Oh, yeah,
14 or something.
And he just got that 14 back.
Yeah. Fuck.
Gangster.
Turn Howdor.
And Howdor is going to charge forward. And because the orc is kind of against the wall, he's going to make a kind of a left-handed baseball swing against the wall and try to smash him into it.
Right, you're gonna get advantage in that since he is incapacitated.
Oh shit, that's the... Oh god.
As you're not going for the one in the front, the one in the back that is against the wall.
Wait, which one? Oh.
There's a guy with a spear in the front.
Oh.
I know, it's a bit of a clusterfuck.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the one in the front.
Okay. Unfortunately, you do not manage to hit him. Even with the advantage, you wouldn't have managed to hit him if he was incapacitated. Howdor is feeling a bit of his wounds currently and is not able to make his attacks. Sorry?
Howdor's not okay. I didn't subtract the 7 from friendly fire.
Not okay.
Haldor's not okay.
Haldor is really, really, really badly wounded and seems as though he is, for the first, no, not the first time, but one of the few times you've actually seen him kind of clutching his wounds and seeming to be in a lot of pain. Not in rage.
Somebody fix it.
And with that, you
Alright.
actually see 2 arrows come flying out from the back of this long hall here. Both of them, the first one fired manages to hit the one in the front just as he is spearing, pulling back from Haldor's spear, and Haldor's kind of lunging. It's gonna go right past Haldor and just throw him back into the other one, who is going to get hit with the other arrow at the same time, and they both just go out in a split second.
I came.
Dead. You turn and you see that both Ryder and Pip have their short bows out and were aimed down the long hall. And they kind of look at each other and do like a bro nod.
Good show, men.
That's my boy!
And that will bring us to the bottom of the round with as the orc kind of looks up at the bearing teeth of the hyena above him.
Bearing.
The bearing teeth, yes, the bear necessity.
Oh my god, stop.
And he's just going to kind of and keep just walking his way briskly, I might add, through this pool, as it's not very deep to him, with the bear in tow, making his way down as far as he can.
How fucking far can he go at once? Jesus.
Well, he's dashing as well because he's using
Oh.
all of his action. Kind of coming out on the other at the other end of the pool with his dripping heavy armor, with the bear in tow. He's gonna look around at the scene in front of him and kind
There's
of
undefended gnomes there.
yeah, but they were hiding. They did go into hide before you left. And with that, Calda, you can do one more thing before combat ends.
I'm chasing that fucker down.
All right, I'm gonna keep it going.
Keep going.
You won't be able to get to him, unfortunately, even with dash,
Ow.
because it's gonna take half of it to get down this cliff if you roll a successful athletics check.
She has 50.
This is a 30-foot high cliff.
And dash.
Athletics check, you say?
Yep. I mean, you're a hyena. I don't think you might have to just jump it.
Yeah, I would just jump it, but would that still be athletics?
I think it would be athletics to see how far you could jump and if you hit the water or not.
Okay. See how far I make it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Easily enough, you actually kind of jump down into the middle of the deepest part of the water here. Not taking really any, not being slowed down by the jump at all as you just start to. Well, I guess you wouldn't doggy paddle because you're a giant hyena, but you slowly start wading your way with your head sticking up above the water towards the
But that was like 3.5 feet, right?
3.5. Yeah, I feel like he would be tall, just taller than that, right?
Oh, I would be a lot taller than that as a giant hyena.
I mean, they're not. I mean, giant hyenas aren't super big. They're not as big as direwolves or bears.
No, they're not as big as direwolves, but they're, I would say probably
He's certainly he's taller,
taller.
at least. That's all we need to know. Right, and you get to about right here, halfway through the pool, using the rest of your movement to dash.
Boop, 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 boop.
Is that about? No, that's not 30 feet. You can get to about here. Sorry, this one here. The rest of your movement. And the rest of you, now that the other ones are dead in the hall here, what are you going to be doing?
Marcus is going to immediately turn to Haldor and attempt to bandage his wounds.
Bandage his wounds?
Yes.
Is he bleeding?
Yes, can he slice off a bit of his cape and try to do so?
Yeah, you could. His purple cape. uses any means necessary to try and help his newfound companion. And that will end combat. Oh my.
How do you get a 0?
Oh no. He has no idea what he's doing. He's never done this before.
He kind of fumbles with his hands and they're shaking, and he's like, I can't believe I've done this.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Can't believe I've done this. And Calda, as you watch, unfortunately, he kind of leaves the bear there, just kind of shaking his fur off at the edge of the pool. Just still not really all that concerned with what's happening. He's going to dart across the field in front of you and fish out from the edge of the camp here what looks like a large horn of sorts.
Oh no.
All you hear as we're gonna finish with your session is just nothing because it's not working. Is it too slow? Is it gonna work? Please work.
Yeah, there it is.
Ah!
I did not hear it.
You hear it now?
No, my Sirenscape crashed.
I heard like a soft horn.
Soft horn.
A brrrr. That was really slow.
There it is.
You hear that start just echoing down into the valley and across the cliff sides. And we will see what happens with that
Next week, yeah.
next week, because we got to get to... Sorry, I went a bit over the time I was going to go.
Sorry.
We're gonna get back to Ilaria and Osha.
The chaos of everything that just happened, and then we're cutting back to the inn.
Alaria fell
I know.
asleep.
Yeah. We might have to do just like maybe we should just, I'll ask Lisa what she feels like doing here.
She tired.
I'm gonna go check on her.
Yeah, I'm pretty wiped out too.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I think, but maybe we will just start with us next week. That would be just fine.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm okay with that. It was a good adventure today.
Alright, Alaria's on the way.
Alright.
She's sleeping?
Was she asleep, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, so why don't we just
What does that mean?
let her sleep then? What would
Sorry.
She's here.
Hey, Lise.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tired too. Do you want to just pick up next week and she'll put us first next week?
Sure, I was kind of wondering how it was going to work out anyway because we went to sleep and they're still on the same day. So
Yeah,
I don't know how that's going to
it's a
play
bit of
out.
an odd time
I think
scale.
we'll just travel towards them and we'll figure it out. So,
Okay, yeah,
I mean,
You sound pretty tired. I'm also pretty tired.
I am
too.
tired, yeah.
Yeah. I'm alright with that.
okay.
So, okay, thanks, Cam. Thank you,
No problem.
guys. Good
Have a
session.
good night, Kelly.
Night.
Well, we can just, keep doing us.
No, I mean, I don't think you should do that because then I won't be able to hear what's going on.
Wait a minute, I need to know what's the point of having Tegan here?
This is going a lot slower than I intended it to. But to be fair, I should be knowing that by now. Sorry, T.
We're slow.
She's been here for 2 sessions doing nothing.
I know.
She's getting
And I've
caught
been
up.
off of work for
Yeah,
both
To be
of them,
fair,
too.
yeah. Aw, that's shitty. To be fair, though, I think it is good practice, or at least just hearing what's going on for you, so you can get caught up to how things are going.
We didn't die, yay!
I'm not supposed to know any of this, so I act stupid anyway.
Yeah, so do the other two.
What's wrong? I don't know. You did good on the one day you played, Tiki.
The one day.
The one day.
She played 2 days.
Nuh-uh.
Played
Yeah, I
2
think when
days.
Lisa and I got done, we were like, were we supposed to find her?
Like 1.5.
Like, should we maybe be looking for her? I
Like
don't
one
know.
and a quarter.
I don't
Well,
know. Did you what?
I was thinking that she's the one that they revived with the orb.
I was thinking she went into the bubble, but
The orb.
that's
Yeah, the
not
orb
it.
thing.
The orb is
I
not
mean,
it.
there's
The orb is
certainly
a thing of memories.
something. There's certainly something for you guys to find out about her, but we just haven't gotten there yet, and I underestimated how long it would take. My fault.
You know our party is slow as shit.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't really any other good narrative way for me to do it, though, unless I just.
No, that's
No.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. Well, but you gotta
I'm
drop
sorry,
us some clue
Teague.
somewhere so we can get us moving on it.
You might have to like point us in a direction or,
Might have to
or
get
push,
us in-
push us in a
Yep,
direction.
you might have to try to find some way for us to stumble on this
It's
storyline.
there.
More so, she underestimated how very, very much so I would.
What?
Loves it
Uh-oh.
there.
So what?
Oh, and
Is she
then
dying?
that problem.
And she's gone.
Yeah,
Well, see you
and
next
with
time.
that,
See you,
say
Kelly.
Good night.
Good night, Kel.
Night night.
Yeah, Minecraft tomorrow.
What pack
yeah.
are you guys playing?
Revelation.
Oh, okay.
Great.
It's
Yeah,
great.
join us.
I'm working on butterflies.
Only if Kim wants to.
Yes, yes, she does.
I already said I don't want to play Minecraft. I'm sorry.
Yes, you do. Don't lie.
Are you gonna come over yet? I need wine.
No.
Oh my god.
Did you already drink all of the stuff you had?
I signed a whole crate for you last time.
Tiki,
Yes.
did you already drink all of it?
No.
Oh, well then drink what you got.
Yeah, stop getting more. What's wrong
It's
with you?
already fucking it's a subscription, guys. Do you not understand that?
I don't understand.
Why would you
Explain it to me.
subscribe to something when you can't even finish the first batch?
Because everyone, you get a wine cellar, okay? You get a bunch of wine and then you drink it.